Alright, so this is the roll-in at the park. It's pretty cool. I'm not supposed to be filming RL right now. I think he's feeling a little camera shy, but I'm gonna film him anyways.
You ready?
Sure. I'm not filming right now.
Well then what are you doing with the camera?
I'm just practicing my holding of the camera.
Well then I'm just gonna screw around till you're ready.
Are you gonna run me over?
Yeah. Whoa. Maybe the other way. I mean, I could hook from right here.
Oh, look at that zoom.
Huh?
I'm zoomed in right on your face.
Nice.
It's pretty crazy.
See my big puffy eyes?
No. What do you want to try next?
I don't think I've ever done a grind on a...
Can I get you to do this jump one more time, por favor?
This is really the last one? Because you've said that like 5 times
This
now.
is the final one.
Come on.
Promise.
Just be honest about it.
Alright guys, so I am going to be doing a little riding now on the fat quad. RL's back is a little sore, so he's done for the day. That comes with old age, I guess.
Got my little thrill for the day.
My ribs are feeling better though, that's for sure. I'm good, I can ride the skate park, but when I lay down in bed, they hurt. But yeah.
Well, I'm sure it's not your body telling you, hey man, we're still broken. This is a genius you're looking at right
It's
here.
boring.
He's got broken ribs already figured out.
So I'm not going to be doing too much, nothing too crazy, just kind of screwing around.
Do that triple, what was it, 1080 or something?
You're not supposed to tell him about that. Woo!
You want me here? Oh, I should have got that, dude. Do that again.
Yeah, well, I thought that's what you were doing.
You said the jump. Make up your mind, man.
That was a weak one.
Huh?
That one was weak. That was a good one.
That was good.
we're pretty much done here, I'd say, at the depot, right? Nothing else really want to ride here.
Yeah. This thing would be a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun now. But with a little harder gear, maybe bars a little bit lower so you can really crank.
Yeah.
Because with these tires, man, if you hang up, it's like there's no hang up.
Yeah, it just pulls you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that front wheel is like a gyro. It's like once it starts spinning, it just pulls you along.
Yeah, you're not so, but you know, I always end up back on my 20 inch for doing when you start trying to do, get a little more serious.
Yeah.
But for just screwing around and not have to worry about crashing and stuff, this thing is...
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I don't think we've seen what this can be yet.
Yeah, I mean, my wheelies are getting better on there, so she's definitely, yeah.
Way better.
All right, well, I guess we're wrapping up here at the depot skate park, and I guess we're gonna go check out Harvey West and see what the quad can do on the dirt.
That's Dylan returning to the scene of the crime.
Yeah, my ribs just hurt a little bit just saying that. All right, well, we'll see you guys over at Harvey West. Alright guys, so we just finished up riding for the day. We finished up over at Harvey West. Took the fat quad out on the dirt jumps, which was pretty cool. And it was fun getting in the skate park as well. It was a little different. But yeah, we're just heading back down to Monterey now, so we wanted to do a little recap of our day and everything we did. Did you have something you want to tell?
Yeah, so we're at the depot. It's a bike park. It's like a skate park, but for bikes. And I was talking to this guy who had a 22-inch BMX bike, and he let me sit on it. It felt huge, and it felt bigger than my 24. But he had like a 21.5-inch top tube, and his bars were kind of forward, so I don't know. But I didn't think it would feel that big.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really like my S&M 20in at the skate park. It just really, you can tell it just fits that type of riding.
The fat quad was fun in the skate park too. It's really smooth with the big wheels.
Yes.
It's funny going from that bike to the 20-inch. It feels like, I don't even know how to explain it. It feels like there's no bike to hang on to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you can't even see the front wheel on the 20-inch.
Yeah.
But, okay, so on the fat quad, it needs to go up, according to Mike Buck, we need to go 27-tooth front sprocket.
That'll give you more pedaling power?
Yeah, it'll pedal harder, so you don't have to wind out.
Yeah.
And maybe a little bit lower Dylan's seat and a little bit lower bars. And that thing's going to be awesome because, I mean, there's advantage to taller bars, but I hung up on a jump at the depot and you don't even feel it.
Yeah.
Those big fat tires just, it's like you could just hang up and you just roll right out of it, man.
It's nice.
Yeah, and what were you saying about the gyro or the gyration?
Oh yeah, well yeah, like once that front tire gets moving, it's like it just pulls you straight. So even if you're a little squirrely going off the takeoff, it kind of straightens you out in the air, which is nice. But it is like when we took it to the dirt jumps, it is there's a lot more bike that you're trying to get up in the air, so that's definitely noticeable.
But with a few modifications, like a little bit lower bars, a harder gear. If we let a little bit of air out of the tires, we get a little suspension out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that thing will be, it's going to be, not only, I mean, it's fun to cruise. You can freestyle on it. You can climb telephone poles or whatever you want to go over.
Flat land you can do.
Bushes. But I think that thing is going to jump really good because it's so solid.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of a good all-around bike.
Yeah, it is. And everyone likes it too. You take it out and everyone's asking questions about it. It's really unique.
I gotta tell them about what that kid said though, right?
Yeah, oh, but first, that was another thing too, going between the fat quad and then to the Haro dirt jumper. It's like the handlebars on the quad are so much higher. When you get on the dirt jumper, it feels like you're hunched over on it. But then you can pull up a lot more when you're doing the jump, so.
But maybe something in between.
Yeah.
On the fat quad.
Yeah.
Because you're riding and you're just like, you don't have that down, but whatever.
Yeah, and then I felt like I was getting better at the wheelies too today, which you guys saw in the video earlier.
He's definitely getting better at wheelies, the 180 rollback, or the Indo-Do rollback. He almost does that flawlessly now, which is weird.
Yeah, I really want to get those wheelies down though. Watching, what was it, RD Blocks?
Yeah. On
Instagram, man. That stuff's crazy.
Yeah, he, on a 29-inch, this is, you guys should check out RD Blocks. He's really good on these big bikes.
Yeah.
He bunny hopped up onto a bench with those big wheels. That's not easy to do. And went right into a manual all the way off of it. And that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff that he does and those little kids too, man, they're all insane on those bikes.
I'd just be happy to get up on the bench.
Yeah.
Right into a manual.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do some cool stuff.
Yeah, so we started at the depot, the skate park, bike park, which was fun. Rode the 20-inch. I mainly rode the fat quad there. And then we headed over to Harvey West, where we took out the fat quad on the dirt jumps, and then also had the Haro 26-inch. But we were talking to some of the kids riding there. They had some pretty cool parts or technology they were telling us about we'd never heard of. You want to explain that stuff to them?
Well, the parts are the places to ride.
Oh, I guess both. They also told us of some cool spots to check out for riding.
The fun spot. I can't remember the other.
There's a place in Morgan Hill.
Named after that helmet.
After the helmet company. What? Con helmets or Cali Protection.
Yeah, Cali Protection.
In Morgan Hill, and I guess they're gonna have like a 12-foot kicker to
launch ramp into an
airbag. Yeah. So, and I guess it's open to the public, which is pretty cool. So maybe
if I'm gonna launch on a 12-foot launch ramp, I'm on a 12-foot airbag.
Yeah.
I don't want 4 feet, man.
That would be a cool video though to do going there.
Of you hitting that jump?
You hitting that jump.
You got a young body. You can put up with it. I can't.
I mean, I don't know. It's probably one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, if there's an airbag, I'll do it. And then you look at it, and it's probably way gnarlier. Yeah. But who knows? And
then one of your pegs pops it.
Or it pops me.
Yeah, then you just land right slap down on the concrete.
But yeah, or the peg goes into myself and pops me.
I made it. And then here comes your bike.
Yeah.
All right, so check this out. These guys. So I'm putting a gyro on my Fat Ripper, some fat bike. I'm putting a gyro and a pod spot on there. I'm figuring that out. I was on the right track. These guys confirmed it. But this kid told me that there's a hydraulic gyro out there that has, you have one cable in and one cable out. So it's not 2 in and 2 out. And it's hydraulic if you want to run hydraulic brakes like on a fat bike. And so I looked it up and they're sold out. You can't get anything, everybody's buying them.
What were they called again?
Hydro Raider or something, I don't know. It's on Trick Stuff. You go to Trick Stuff and you'll see it there. Just go to the Hydro Gyro or Hydro whatever. And this thing is Trick. Wondering about how one part's going to spin. That means it's not only spinning, it's got to be sealed. As you're pressurizing the hydraulic fluid, sure seems like it would leak, but maybe they got some special kind of seal in there that, I don't know. And then this other guy said, I go, well, I've seen these mountain bike guys now that want to be able to spin their bars, right?
Yeah.
You got, gear shifts and your seat wire to your seat post and all that stuff. There's no way you can get all that stuff to do it, but SRAM, and you guys probably already know this, but SRAM it's a Bluetooth system that's on the lever and your gears. And so there's no cable, no hydraulics, nothing. You just pull the lever and the gears shift like you want them to shift.
Wireless shifting.
Wireless shifting, and the same thing for your seat post that goes up and down.
That's cool.
And they said it's better, more accurate than a cable.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's insane.
So you got to plug your bike in to charge your. I don't know. I'm glad I don't have to deal with all that because I don't have gears. But plug your bike in and you can ride like 40 hours. One kid said 80. I don't know which one, but there's some trick stuff. I guess it's expensive though, but
I bet, yeah.
There's some trick stuff out there.
It's crazy. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for today. We're just heading back down to foggy old Monterey. Looks like, I mean, the weather up here was beautiful. It looks like it's nice and foggy down south, of course, but that's how it always is.
Santa Cruz is nice. It's it's a different type of person. It's more hippie based. Everybody's real laid back and bikes are everywhere.
Yeah. Riding spots everywhere. Cool.
Very cool.
right, well, maybe our next video will be us going to Cali Protection, seeing that 12-foot to airbag setup. That'd be pretty cool.
Dude, you know how far that drop's gonna. If you're hitting, okay, so I don't know what your takeoff ramp is, but your launch ramp's 12 feet, and you're gonna go. I mean, an easy 15, 20 feet above that. So that means you're like, well, let's say what, 27 feet above, and you got a 4-foot airbag. Man, you should have a bungee hooked up to you. That's gonna be. I want more than 4 feet.
We'll see how it goes.
Like a step-up airbag.
Yeah.
The jump's 12 and the airbag's 15. Then you can just kind of work into it. We done?
You got anything else you want to say?
Road to depot. You get your and you started to do your that 180. You're like starting to do tail whips. You're starting to go into that. You're learning that.
We've passed probably 2 fat bikes on the road so far driving home. It's pretty cool. That's what I keep looking at.
The fat bikes, the SC fat bikes.
Or fat bikes, yeah, not quads.
What's called what do they call the Fat Ripper?
Yeah.
Like the Mike Buff. It's kind of cool. On my bike, I have Mike Buff and Perry Kramer's name on it.
Oh, that's
which
cool.
were 2 great riders from way back in the day, and that's pretty. So I got double names on my bike. But it's a really good all-around bike. I mean, if you just want to get nuts and, you know, get 2x4s or curbs or whatever you want to do, freestyle wheelies, jump, you know, it's a great all-around bike.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to specialize in jumps, then you should get like a 20-inch or 26-inch dirt jumper. But you're not going to really want to cruise on a 20-inch.
Yeah, no. I like the 20-inch for flat line or flat land, and then 26 is good for jumping, and then the quad is just good for messing around on.
I like the 20-inch at cliffs. I don't know if it was because it was smoother there, but if there's bumps, the 20-inch is just rough.
Yeah, you know? Yeah, exactly.
Then I would want to run the RS1 with the front suspension.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what else would be cool is that.
Oh, you want to hear this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The Haro, my dirt jumper, and I'm telling you that bike, pretty much just like it was thrown into a volcano and it came out without scratch. I have grassed that bike, hung up, cased, everything, and it just keeps going. It doesn't do anything, you know. But if the head angle was a little more shallow, not so raked out, so it was a little more responsive, that would feel good, because it feels, after you get off the 20-inch, it feels like a chopper.
Yeah.
But yeah, the RockShox forks were great. So I don't know. I got all kinds of ideas. Too many ideas now.
Yeah, when you're on that Haro in the air, it doesn't feel like you're on a bike because it feels so light, you know?
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, it just flows.
Yeah. It does what your body does.
I want to go back to 2.1, 2.5, or 3.5 tire, because you get suspension in that too, but that was a nightmare trying to find tires online.
Yeah. Yeah, right now everything's sold out.
Yeah, everything you want's gone. How about all those? How many new bikes did SC come out with?
Like 33 or something new models. That's crazy.
Man, they got. I think if you can dream it, I think SC probably has it.
Yeah. Yeah, those bikes. There's a lot of really cool looking ones too.
Yeah.
That black on black one looks nice. I think it was a PK Ripper.
Maybe yeah.
You got anything else you want to say then for the video?
Yeah, I was talking to Mike Harmony's friend. I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Brent, I think was his name. And he asked me about a dirt jump when we started talking about, you know, what bike you want for this. And it's like, you could have a dirt jumper, you could have a big dirt jumper, which would be a 26 inch. The first one would be a 20 inch. You could have a 20 inch freestyle bike, maybe a 22. Then you could have a fat quad. You could have, I mean, there's like, if you wanted a bike for everything you want to do, we figure that between the two of us, we'd have probably 20 bikes. Oh no, the jumps are a foot higher here, so that's a whole different bike.
Easily.
That was pretty cool.
Alright, well thank you guys for watching. We will be back soon with another video. Hopefully going to that spot in Morgan Hill. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, we'll talk to you guys later.
You guys have a good one.